Welcome to Talkin' to Taylor. I'm your host, Taylor Dragovich, an AMP Media Productions producer. You can catch me here every Monday at 11 a.m. I'll be interviewing guests, reviewing movies, talking about pop culture, and so much more every week. Now time for the show. Hello, welcome back to Talkin' to Taylor. And today I'm going to be talking about college athletes. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because my sister is a college athlete and she's going to be on the show next week. So I figured I'd give a little bit of an introduction. Also, I'm very interested in just sports in general. And I've always considered myself an athlete, so I have some firsthand experience, I guess, being an athlete and all. So let's get into it. So I thought of this last night and I was looking up, there are a lot of college sports, if you didn't know. So the main ones that I wrote down in my notes app are softball and baseball, which my sister does softball, so that's why that was the first one. Cross country and track. I ran cross country and track all 4 years of high school, so that one's I understand that one. Gymnastics. I've seen a college gymnastics, they're called gymnastics meet, competition at UF. Once, right before Corona got really bad, I guess you could say. It was beginning of March, and it was right before, this is back when everyone was yeah, Corona's happening in other countries, but it's not gonna happen to us, it's whatever. But yeah, it was really cool though, and I could not do gymnastics. I am not flexible at all, but props to the people who can. Volleyball, hockey, swimming, soccer, tennis, lacrosse, and so many other things. I saw table tennis is on the website. So all of these are under the NCAA, I believe it's called. So NCAA stands for, actually I forgot. I took a screenshot for this moment where I would forget. So National Collegiate Athletic Association. So National College Athletic Association is what it is. So they have on the NCAA.org website, they have countability athletically related activities. So basically they go over all the rules for college sports. So on here, it tells you what you can and can't do, as a coach for a college athlete. And it tells you, how many hours you are max that you have to practice and stuff like that. So, some things I found pretty crazy are practices cannot go more than 4 hours a day. 4 hours. That's a lot of time. 4 hours per day is the max. So also competitions are count as 3 hours, I guess, of so I guess even if they go over that amount of time, they're still counted as 3 hours. And let's see. That's just a lot of time. 4-hour practices. I take a lot of 4-hour classes because they're one time a week, and I'm crying getting through them because it's so much time. And imagine having to be at practice for 4 hours. You have to go over your discussion of review of game films. So before I did this internship, I did an internship at FAU where I would record the football team. And that's a big thing for football, I realized, was they record, my job was to record the practices, and then they would take that footage and go look at it later to just improve for the games, which that's already a lot of work behind the scenes. Like you already have like homework and all that, and then on top of your homework for classes, you have to do football homework and go watch your plays and like know what you have to do better for the game and stuff, which I'm sure, and I don't think that counts as part of your practice. I think that just is like extra on top of it. So you could be having a 4-hour practice and then doing like hours of reviewing games, which is insane. Let's see. Oh, and 20 hours, practices can't be more than 20 hours per week, which I'm guessing is 4 hours per day, if you do the math, which I did not. Well, I guess 20 divided by 4 is 5, right? So, yes. Yeah. So you could be doing 4-hour practices 5 days a week. That's crazy. And that's like, your coach could be like, hey, we're going to take an hour off that and make a weekend practice, which I'm sure would suck. So this is just, there's so much in here about all the rules. There's so many rules of like, you have to practice this many hours. You have to review things, about competitions. They count as 3 hours. Multi-student athlete participation in countable athletic shall not exceed 20 hours per week. Okay, so I guess if you do multiple sports, you still can't do more than 20 hours per week combined. But yeah. Sorry, I should have looked this over a little more before doing this, but I thought it would be more self-explanatory. There's like a separate section for football, because football is like super important, I guess. But yeah, like it's a commitment, you could say, in the least. And I feel like in movies and all that, they make it look like it's just fun and they like go to practice, but like it looks like they're only there for like an hour because you're only seeing the little highlight reels. But it's a big commitment, and that's what I'm gonna get like a first-hand perspective of my sister next week. And then I also have a friend who I want to come on, and he's not a college athlete, but he considered being a college athlete, and he coaches a like high school track team. So I'll talk about that too, but just sports in general, they are rough. Like I remember when I did cross country, I think about this all the time because I think it's insane and I don't know how I did this. We would like go right after school, which school started at 7:30 in the morning and then it ended at 2:45. And then we would go right when the bell rang for the like school is out. We would go into the bathrooms near like our coach's classroom, and we would dress out, go in his classroom and wait for practice to start. He would maybe talk to us for like 10 minutes about like the next meets coming up and all that. And then we would go run at the hottest time of day. We would usually start running around 3:30 between that time. And it's super hot in Florida at that time, if you did not know. And we would do a mile warm up, and then we would do like stretches and all that. And then we would finally get into our actual workout, which would either be like some sort of like super long 5-6 mile run, or it would be like a track workout, which I much preferred the longer runs over the track workouts, because track workouts are the worst thing ever. Any sprinting workout I hate. But we would do that at the hottest time of day, and then we would have to do a cool down too, so like a mile cool down usually, and then we would do a little bit of stretching after sometimes, and then the practices would end by like 5:30, and then sometimes I would go to work after at like 7 or 6. I would go to work, work, and we closed during the weekdays at like 10. So I would be at work till around 10:30, and then I would go home and do homework like in the dark. How I did all that, no clue. And yeah, so it's like, in college, it's like your full-time job. Like my sister is not allowed to have a job while she is in college because she has to be so like dedicated to the sport. And like that's why she has no money right now, which like at the same time I feel bad, but I don't at the same time, just because if she did have a job and wasn't a college athlete, she would be using the money that she gets as a scholarship to pay for her classes. So it's not like, I don't know, like what, it is her job. So it's like, I have a job at Cold Stone. She has a job as a softball player. So it's like, that's just what she chose. But she doesn't get full-time or full scholarship right now, which hopefully in the next years she'll get like a full ride. But she doesn't have a completely full ride right now, which means that when she comes home for the summer, she has to keep up her like working on her performance and everything in softball, keep up running and staying in shape. And then at the same time, she has to like go to work and save some money so that she can pay for all the stuff that her softball scholarship doesn't cover next year. So, and that didn't cover this year. So it's a lot of work. But my sister and I have set up a kind of plan around work to get in shape, so hopefully that works out. What time is it? I guess we'll go to commercial, and I will attempt to think of more things to say after that.
About Italy, since we live in the United States, so if you want to talk about that.
I want to hear the rest of the show, but I have so much stuff to do. Guess I can't listen to it anymore. Well, that's simple. Just listen to Talking to Taylor on the Anchor app or Spotify. How did you get in my room? That's not important right now. Just go on Spotify, search up Talking to Taylor, find this icon, click on it, and you'll find all my shows that I upload every Monday. Okay, I'm gonna try that. You really should. Go download the Anchor app or Spotify and find me. You can listen to Talking to Taylor on your runs, while you're doing laundry, while you're feeding your turtle, while you're washing the dishes, while you're driving, and so many other things. Go listen to Talking to Taylor as a podcast right now.
Hey Taylor, how you been?
Oh, I'm good. Like, you know, running out of stuff to talk about, so.
So what kind of sports you do, really?
What kind of sports do I do? Well,
Yeah.
I, right now, don't do many sports. I mean, I'm a runner. I call myself a runner, even though I don't run as much as I used to. But I try to stay in shape.
That's good.
Yeah.
You
What
ever
about
fight
you?
someone? You ever beat up someone? Just
I
for
have
fun?
not. I have beat up my siblings sometimes, but
That's not new. Everyone
but
does that.
yeah, that's just a normal thing that happens. My sister and I, when we were younger, I mean, I don't beat them up because they're younger than me, so like, but I want to really bad because they're really mean to me sometimes. But my sister and I, since we're like so close in age, like we're only a year and a half apart, the one that I'm talking about that's a softball scholarship, when we were younger, she's always been stronger than me, even though she's younger than me. She's just been more like always built like more muscular, and like she got taller than me pretty quick. And so I used to like, for some reason, I would be like, hey, wanna like wrestle? And then we would like put all these pillows like in the living room and we would wrestle, but I would always lose.
Oh, that's cute.
Good
I wonder,
siblings.
you ever heard of this thing called the Spartan Run?
I have. What, isn't it like, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know if you know too much about it, but it's like insane triathlon basically. Or
Pretty
no,
much.
it's like a obstacle course, right?
Yeah, tough obstacle
Okay.
course. You ever think about doing that? That'd be fun.
I have kind of. I feel like those are like for extreme people though, like people that are like, I am like the ultimate athlete. and I don't feel like I'm that confident in my abilities. I feel like you'd have to train a lot for that. So I kind of have, I feel like it would be super fun though.
Yeah, it looks fun. I always wanted to do that. Before COVID hit.
Yeah, yeah.
So besides running, what else you do?
Well, I used to play soccer if we're talking about athletics, but other than athletics, I work and I do go to school. Not right now, so yay.
Yeah, summer break.
Yeah, I'm very glad summer break is here because I was just over school. And I found out I had to change my school schedule recently, which was very annoying. And now I have to take a class in Fort Lauderdale, which sucks for me because I live in Lake Worth. And it's like a hour drive.
Yeah, good hour drive. For multimedia, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's a production class. So I'm like excited about it, the class, and I like took the teacher last semester, but that was all online. So I've never taken him in person, and now it's seeming like everything's gonna be in person, so.
Well, Davie Camp, it has a good multimedia programs.
Yeah, but they moved like pretty much everything from from Davie to Fort Lauderdale, so.
That's really dope.
Yeah.
So since summer break is here, are you gonna do any exercising or workout?
Oh yeah, I am hopefully gonna be doing a lot of that because I want to get back in shape. I used to be very in shape in like December, and now I am not. I'm the opposite. But I'm getting there. We're getting there. But
I can see you bulk up, have the body like
Yeah.
The Rock.
yeah, The Rock is super cool. I just saw, yeah.
Can you imagine Taylor's face
Taylor.
on The Rock's body?
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. I follow The Rock on Instagram, and he's posted like this video of him, like, he posts videos of him working out all the time, but like it was like a super inspiring video, and I was like, this is gonna be me at the end of the summer.
Yeah.
But he's crazy though. If you've ever heard of The Rock's workout schedule, like talk about dedication. This man works out like 6 hours a day, which is not surprising because if you've seen him, he's ginormous. And he's like rich, so he has like a gym in his house and everything, but he wakes up at like 3:30 in the morning every single day.
Oof.
Goes and like, I don't remember if he eats something before he works out, but probably like protein powder or something.
Does he sleep?
I don't know. Maybe he just goes to bed super early, but I feel like he's not even human because that's insane. And then he like works out for like 2 or 3 hours, and then he eats breakfast, and then he goes about his day, and then he does his second workout later, and then I don't know. Oh, I think he eats breakfast and then he goes and works out again.
Wow.
Which is insane. And I don't know. And I've also heard that not Tim Tebow. I love Tim Tebow though. I'm mixing him up with Tom Brady. Tom Brady, like, is insanely healthy. Drinks like 5 gallons of water a day, which I wish I could even drink 1 gallon of water a day. But yeah, these people are insane.
I feel unhealthy.
Yeah, he's probably always peeing because when I drink like more than 2 bottles of water a day, I'm like constantly need to go to the bathroom, and it's really annoying.
Man, those people work out like no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their life. Imagine missing 1 day of workout.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
your
that's
body.
so much dedication. So.
You have that much money, would you do it?
I feel like if I had that much money, I would probably have a gym in my house, but I wouldn't work out that much. Like if we're talking about The Rock, I couldn't do that. That's so, getting up at 3:30 in the morning, that's too much. I would probably get a personal trainer. I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like that would be fun. I've seen Rebel Wilson, she played like Fat Amy in Pitch Perfect and stuff, and like she was known for like being bigger, and she just recently lost a lot of weight because I think she got a personal trainer.
Good for her.
And yeah, like go her. I follow her on Instagram, and I'm like, she got so much skinnier, and I'm like, you go girl. She probably also like has some sort of chef or something, That would be nice. I'll get that too, like a cool chef.
I'm too lazy and tired to cook, so I'll get a personal chef
Exactly.
if I have the money. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if you have the money for it, why not?
right?
It reminds me of that episode of iCarly where Sam gets a personal chef, like when they get that money from that shoe company.
Right.
And she's like, blueberry muffins? That would be so nice. Like, just, oh, I'm hungry. Like, someone just makes me, I don't know.
A muffin.
A blueberry muffin. But, yeah.
Yeah, working out's hard, you know? Like, gotta go for it.
You got any summer plans to buff up and stuff?
Maybe, but I might try to be mostly lazy and try to, relax as much as I can.
That sounds fun.
This past year we worked hard. We worked a lot.
That's true.
We're tired. Especially you, Tay. You look tired.
Yeah, that's true. I am kind of tired. This weekend, I went to Disney, and even though I didn't, like, go running or work out or anything this weekend, I count Disney as a workout.
Oh, yeah.
In a way, because you're walking so much. Going to theme parks gets you so many steps. I think we got like 25,000, 26,000 steps on Saturday. And then yesterday we got like around 20,000 or so, like 18,000 maybe.
I haven't been to Disney in years. Like, what does Disney look like now?
I hadn't been to Disney in a long time, so I don't remember exactly what it looked like the first time I went. But the first time I went to Disney, it was like, I was like 8. I remember I went on my birthday, like when I was turning 8 or turning 9 or something like that. And I don't know, like it doesn't have many roller coasters, which I'm a big roller coaster fan.
Agreed.
So, yeah. What's your favorite roller coaster, would you say?
That's a hard one. I liked that rock and roller coaster at is MGM still a thing? MGM Studios?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Well, you're talking about the rock and roller coaster at Hollywood Studios?
Yes.
That one was, I went on that one. That one was really cool. I really like the Sheikra ride at...
The what?
The Sheikra ride. It's not at Disney. It's at, in Tampa, Busch Gardens.
Oh, that's a little bit cheating though.
Yeah, I guess so. But if we're talking about Disney, my favorite ride at Disney, either the rock and roller coaster or Space Mountain. Gotta be my favorite.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, you mean the one where we go to Mars and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that ride. That made me sick.
I liked that one a lot. I forgot like how good that ride was until I went on it again. But a lot of the rides did make me sick since you mentioned that. Like a lot of the Star Wars ones were like you pretend that you're flying the ship and stuff. They're cool, but they made me want to throw up.
Yeah.
And the Tower of Terror made me want to puke too.
Oh, I love Tower of Terror.
I remember loving that ride, which was so disappointing when I rode it and I got really sick. Like it was still really cool, but it made me want to throw up.
We're getting old, Taylor. Yeah. We can't handle anymore.
I know, we're too old now. But yeah, like when it went up and then it went down and I was like, this is awesome. And then it went up and down again, like 5 more times. And I was like, I'm going to throw up.
Right?
Yeah, it is disappointing getting older and going to those parks because I used to be able to ride them like there's no tomorrow. And now it's not the same. Yeah. I try to believe that I can do it, but I know in my brain that I can't. But I try to convince myself it's possible.
How is Star Wars Land? I always want to go there.
It was really cool. I had really high expectations though, which I probably shouldn't have had such high expectations, but it's really cool looking. Like, it's
do you love it?
I do. I like Star Wars, but I'm not as big of a fan as like my dad and all of them. But I did like it. I thought it was cool, but I wish they had cooler rides. I feel like they could do a lot with like Star Wars roller coasters or something, but they don't really have roller coasters there.
Oh, that sucks.
So it was all like simulations and all that.
Oh, you heard about the retractable lightsabers they're going to have soon?
I did not. What is the news about lightsabers?
Yeah, they posted it like on YouTube last week. Looks pretty dope.
I saw people walking around with lightsabers. And there was like, we got in the line for what we thought was a ride, but it was actually to build your own lightsaber, which I'm sure is super expensive, so that's why we didn't do it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's like, my brother was like, I have $15 and I want to spend it. And then he wanted to like build a lightsaber. I'm like, I'm sure that lightsaber at Disney is way more expensive than
Was it like $200 maybe?
Oh,
I'm just guessing
sure.
top of my head.
I have never looked it up, but I will look it up right now.
But
Let's ask.
I got Star Wars.
How much is a lightsaber at
I'm
Disney?
still disappointed how Disney did Episode 9 of Star Wars. That was horrible.
I don't remember if I've seen it because my dad, I think, went and watched it and he was like, it's not worth it.
It's not. Oh my God.
But
they ruined
was
it.
9 the last one?
Yep.
Or actually, I did see that. I didn't see the one before that because everyone said it was so bad. But you're talking about when Ray and what's his name get
Kylo.
together?
Yeah, that was weird. That was bad
I didn't
too.
like that.
That whole movie was bad.
So many people were walking out and they were like, oh, that was so cute. It like wrapped it up so perfectly.
Really? It's like, oh.
And I did not think that. I was shook at the end. I was like, what? Why would they do that?
I remember me and everyone else in theater cringes. I was like, no, oh, God.
I didn't like that. That was just, they're just fighting the whole time. And then all of a sudden they're like.
Making out, bound.
Yeah, I'm like, what? That was not what I expected. It says here that it's over $200 to build a custom lightsaber.
I was right. Oh, all right. But still, $200, paying like what, $200 for Disney tickets and boom.
Oh, yeah. Like you're already paying so much just to be there.
Yeah, for real. It's like.
Yeah. But, oh, and I wore this shirt. We'll say it's because I went to Disney yesterday. And it is Disney themed.
Disney's cool, but I want to see how Universal does with Nintendo World.
Yeah. Oh, they're doing a Nintendo World?
You didn't hear about that? It was on the news for a while, like years. Like
No.
Universal's building Nintendo World, and Japanese Universal build it already has Nintendo World open.
There's a Universal in Japan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Super
I
crazy.
knew that there was like Disney in like Tokyo and stuff, but dang.
God,
My
imagine
brother's gonna want to go there.
Oh, God, imagine playing Mario Kart in Universal. Oh, God, it'd be
Oh,
fun.
if they made like a real version of Mario Kart, like on a ride, that would be really awesome. I love Mario Kart.
Right?
I wish I could say that I'm great at video games, but I'm not, but my brother's really good.
I'm average at it, at best.
Yeah, I like Mario and all that, but I'm not the best. Because I don't sit for like, I can't sit for hours and like play it. My brother can do that. He can sit there for like 6 hours straight and just nonstop play video games. And it doesn't make sense to
Sounds
me.
like my time in high school.
Yeah. Well, at least you were learning in high school, I guess. But yeah, my brother will not, he'll think that it was like 2 hours went by. And we're like, no, it's been way longer than that. Or he'll think that it was like 30 minutes. And we're like, Michael, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah. Those good old days. We just sit around, do nothing, just play video
I know,
games.
no responsibilities, the good times.
Now I'm just trying to ignore my responsibilities while playing games.
Yeah, trying to get the outside world out of my brain. But, well, thanks for talking to me on Talking to Taylor, Vinny. You helped the time go by quicker. And with that, we will end it here. But stay tuned for next week. I will have my sister on. Well, she's younger than me. She is a year and a half younger than me, and she just finished her freshman year as a college athlete. And so I'm going to talk to her about that. And yeah, see you next Monday. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed talking to Taylor just as much as I did. Make sure you come back next week for a brand new show with me, Taylor. Follow me on social media at Talking to Taylor on Instagram and Facebook. Also, find me on the Anchor app if you just feel like